Okay, so we're in the train towards Schiphol, and we're gonna take our flight early morning, straight to London Gatwick, so that we can go to start our little adventure in Brighton. And let me quickly tell you what the idea is and the whole intention behind this, because this would be actually my very first experience with vlogging an adventure like this, and I feel very excited about it. So the reason that I want to film this is because I think it could be super interesting if I could be able to catch all kinds of synchronistic events, like magical stuff happening on my journey towards this, while I'm doing these things that I think are really in line with my divine purpose, what I am here to realize in this world, my mission. And I've noticed that once you are on that path, if you're figuring these things out, your reality really forms you, and it synchronizes with other people's reality and other things happening just in general, which make for moments of serendipity. And I really started to think of those things as signs, as things to follow, as something my deeper self, in line with Source, would show me, like, yes, this is where you need to be at this point, and this is what you need to do. And as encouragement for the things that which we're undertaking. And also I noticed that in previous trips that I did, there was always some kind of meaning or some kind of reason that I went to that specific place and to figure things out there. And that maybe things were not very clear in the beginning, or while I was going through them, I was noticing like beautiful synchronistic events, but really in the end, in hindsight, you're able to understand how the things that have happened in such a way as they happened. And you can really make a nice story and picture around the whole thing. And usually I would always journal about this, but now I thought it could also be really nice to take it to the next level and record it all, so that I can edit all those events into a nice story with the understanding of how it happened in hindsight. So that's basically the reason why I want to try that, and I want to show people how cool it can be, how magical it can be once you are aligning with your divine purpose and able to live life like that. And especially traveling is really cool because you're getting out of your daily routine and allows for much more random things to happen. Don't understand me wrong, I think your daily routine isn't actually a really good thing, because it allows you to be much more effective in achieving certain things in your life. But it's also really nice to have these moments where you can just let go of all of that and let randomness take over. So I think I especially want to record these things on trips. I don't really feel like I want to be vlogging all day during my long life, but for these kind of trips I thought it could be really cool. There's some really cool trips in the future with Nina, my girlfriend, the fiancé actually, and I think those trips are also going to be extremely cool, and we've got amazing plans. So if this is going to work out well, we can try things later for that trip as well. Intention for this and a little bit the program for the coming week will be that we're gonna start off with a coaching program, which is actually the kickoff, like a physical meeting of all the participants of the program, which is called Source Mastery. Source Mastery is really based on handing over the practice of the source work and the money work principles that Peter Koenig has developed to the next generation. And I'm going to explain much more and tell you about these people when I'm actually there. But I want this to become a very fundamental teaching or backing behind the consultancy work that I'm going to do in my life, but also the coaching program, Flow Hustles, that I want to develop myself. I really feel that there is some core lessons and practices, frameworks within these teachings that will be super beneficial for yourself to get in line with your inner source and to deal with all kinds of inner work and then your shadow side, which is super important to gain more clarity on your divine purpose. So that's it for the first weekend, and I think that's going to be like really nice moment where we're gonna meet a lot of inspiring and interesting people. I think that first weekend will just get me super inspired and full of ideas, which I then also anticipated that I want to really take the time to get in tune with these ideas and really dig deep into them, really understand them and have the time, allow myself to think it through. And the best way to think, as I have been noticing over all these years that I am journaling, is by writing about it. So I took the entire week after that, till the Monday the 23rd, to really focus being alone and focus on my writing. I will still be working my usual day job. It will be more like a work vacation. But I intend to wake up super early, around 4 or 5, to every day, to really have that moment of zero distraction and where you're in closest connection, closest communication with your inner source, with your inner deeper self, so that I can have some really productive writing hours before my day would actually start, or before my first meetings would start. And then after the meetings that I would have some time to also explore the place. And I picked quite the amazing place where the potential for more synchronization with realities and exciting synchronicities to happen to me, and all kinds of clearer communication with my inner source, is going to be Glastonbury. So Glastonbury is one of the most sacred sites in England, and again, I will, once we're there, take you through all of why that I believe that to be the case. But this was really, has been on my bucket list for a very long while, to visit this place. And I think it's going to be really gorgeous and allow for the best possible conditions to really tune in to these inspirations that I have been collecting and preparing also already like 2 weeks in advance of this trip. And again, throughout the trip, I will talk you through all of these ideas. And the main intention that I'm gonna have with that entire week of reading and or writing and tuning into that frequency of inspiration is because I want to kickstart writing my own book. And all these morning moments that I will be in my writing flow, they are going to contribute. It's the intention to write pages for a book that I want to have the goal. So the goal of the book is that it would basically take you through everything that I think is necessary for you to know about consciousness, our reality, your divine purpose, your place in it, and how to align yourself with it, how to gain clarity on it, and understand how all these different things work together, so that with that information you would be able to know everything that you need in order to start the Flow Hustles coaching program. And then later on, an information that I would be working into that book, I can work into courses and maybe develop a lot more material around it. But I really want to use this moment, all this inspiration that I've gathered over the last year of publishing writing on my blog posts, through my journal. I want to bring all that together in like a very clear and concise book. It shouldn't definitely not be too long. It just needs to bring message across that is going to give you everything that you need and that I wished I would have had after I had my spiritual awakening. what I would like to call it, in order to get contributing to society and contributing to this reality in your own unique way as soon as possible. So I spent a lot of years to figure these things out on myself through all kinds of research and getting in all kinds of corners of the internet, which was super entertaining and interesting to me, and I really highly enjoyed it, so I would not want to go back. But for people that don't necessarily or are really eager to know what it is all about and how these things work, this book is supposed to become the ultimate resource. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just see how things go. And if I'm not even sure. I'm just going to try this, how it feels to be talking to a camera for a week when I'm on my own and what kind of consequences that has. I just want to have it as an experiment, and maybe I'm not even going to use this material to upload something if I think it's going to be too boring and things didn't really pan out the way that I had hoped to. Nothing magical is really happening, but I've got a really good feeling that this is going to be quite an exciting week. So we'll see. We'll be reaching Schiphol in a bit. I'll make some videos, or I'll get some footage of the trip there. Landing in London, heading to Brighton, and then once I'm in the bus or on my way to Brighton, I will tell you a little bit more of what's in store for this very first day, because it's already a really cool start of the entire experience. Okay then, let's see where this will take us.